Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face Trending List, published on September 5th, 2025, which was about 1 week ago. The big hook is a unified egocentric dataset that standardizes multi-finger hand poses and intention-aligned action primitives across 6 sources, giving researchers a scalable, consistent foundation for dexterous manipulation. The paper is titled OpenEgo, a large-scale multimodal egocentric dataset for dexterous manipulation. And as we will see later, the implications for model training are quite significant. In short, it spans 1,107 hours, unifies hand pose layouts, and demonstrates learnable short horizon hand trajectory prediction with language-conditioned imitation learning. On X, posts introduced OpenEgo as the largest open-source egocentric manipulation dataset, highlighting 1,107 hours, 120 million frames, task language actions, and 3D hand poses with moderate engagement. Alright, the previous segment summarized the dataset scale and intent. Figure 1 shows how tasks are labeled across levels, with a single high-level goal at the top and 3 time-stamped action primitives below. The panels display egocentric frames with standardized hand skeletons, which indicate 3D joint locations and preserve occlusions. The left panel depicts removing a camera from a case, the center panel shows pressing a button, and the right panel covers inserting a battery together, illustrating intention-aligned, stepwise annotations. Alright, the previous figure illustrated how actions align with intent. Table 1 now compares the 6 source datasets, which clarifies why consolidation was needed. The table lists hours, frame counts, tasks, and recordings, and it flags whether fine-grained segments and dexterous 3D hand labels exist. Only some sources had either language granularity or dexterous poses, not both. So the merged resource fills that gap. The bottom row reports the unified totals and the camera coordinate frame standardization. Okay, the previous table motivated why a unified resource mattered. Table 2 reports how prediction accuracy changes with longer horizons, which matters because longer forecasts are harder to keep temporally aligned. The table shows average distance and final distance rising from about 0.049 and 0.063 at 8 frames to about 0.105 and 0.108 at 64 frames. Dynamic time warping increases sharply, reaching about 6.80, signaling growing timing mismatches over longer windows. The pattern indicates stable short horizon learning and smooth degradation with time. Wrapping up, 2 takeaways stand out. The resource unifies dexterous 3D hand poses and intention-aligned action primitives across 6 corpora, and the short horizon prediction results showed that the signals are learnable with language-conditioned imitation learning. The broader implication is reproducible, large-scale vision-language action research for real, multi-finger manipulation. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I am Alex. Thanks for listening.